Another review I'm going to be giving today is going to be Karaoke Revolution presents American Idol Encore on the Nintendo Wii. However, I don't have the game anymore because the game had to be taken back a couple of days ago because it wasn't working. It froze like twice. Um, but I'm going to give my review based off the 2 3 times I was able to play it. Basically, originally it's basically the next another game in the Karaoke Revolution series, which has been out since the PlayStation 2 and the GameCube and the Xbox. I don't actually it has been on the GameCube, but it was on the Xbox and the PS2. I used to own Karaoke Revolution Volume 2 and one of the ones on the Xbox when I used to own the original Xbox. But I still own the first Karaoke Revolution Presents American Idol that was brought out like 2006 or 2007. I forgot what year. I think it was 2007. And this game's basically just like the sequel to that, like a year later sequel or so of that. Basically, I rented it from Family Video. Okay, there we go. But basically, I think this game is improved in some places, but also is worse in other places. When it comes to like a song list, it's I think about equal, if not a little bit better. When it comes to like creating your own characters and whatnot, it's a little bit worse because you normally are able to like edit like the custom people they already have. You can't just create people; you have to edit them. Originally, you can edit the custom people already in the game, as well as make your own, which basically is the same. But you can't really change their faces or anything. You only can give them different facial hair, and costume, and change their name. There's a lot more customizable, I think, in the first one. But still, you know, it's actually a pretty good game for what I played of it actually. And basically, I don't know. It can be improved. It's it's pretty much like the first one. It's better and worse in certain places. That's all I can say. The gameplay, basically, it's just Karaoke Revolution. If you play any Karaoke Revolution game, it's the exact same thing. It's just basically with an American Idol presence to it, American Idol like setup to it, which is basically just like what the first American Karaoke Revolution presents American Idol is, and what I'm sure Karaoke Revolution presents American Idol Encore 2 is. I haven't played that yet, so I don't know. I'm sure it's the same thing as this one, just different songs, whatever. But really, it's basically Karaoke Revolution. You get a microphone or a headset like this, and you sing to the song, which somehow. Well, it's basically singing. I used my microphone from the one that I had on PS2, the the one I got from the original Karaoke Revolution Presents American Idol. It works on the Wii actually, pretty well actually. And the weird thing about that is it also somehow works on Rock Band. I don't know why. It doesn't work on Guitar Hero though, but it does work on Rock Band. Um, Basically, the presentation of the graphics of the game, I think for the characters you create, they're pretty much the exact same thing as what I played on the PS2 with the with the characters you create. They're pretty much exactly the same. Although I do think that the judges were improved a lot actually, and this one actually includes Paula. The other one the first one includes some lady named Laura or something like that. They didn't get Paula in the original. This one includes Paula, and then Simon and Randy. Basically, I don't know. I just think that basically the game looks exactly the same, pretty much. The sound, I like the song list in this game. There's some songs that are not really good, but there's also songs that are good actually, pretty much. But that pretty much can be said about like any Karaoke Revolution game. Even the first Karaoke Revolution presents American Idol. There's good songs in there, and there's bad songs, basically. Oh, back into the gameplay. I forgot one quick thing. The game does include what basically was in Karaoke Revolution Presents American Idol 1, the first one. Basically, the whole competition. You could select if you want it to be a short, medium, or long one. I don't think in the first one you can include mini, but this one includes the ability to go mini. That's all I wanted to say. Which is basically only 4 songs. 1 song per round. But that's all I just want to quickly say that. But basically, the song list, the songs. I like the songs in this game. There are some pretty cool songs, and there was also some pretty bad, not as good songs. I think there's some ways in which this game had a better song list than that one, but then there's ways that one had a better song list than this one. Basically, that's why there's no story. If I wanted to include story, basically all it is a American Idol competition. You go from the audition to the final round, if you can make it that far, actually. If you're good enough at singing, going between easy, medium, hard, or expert, like judge rankings and judge the judge difficulty or so. And that's basically it. I won't include on the score or anything though, because there's not really no story besides that. And basically to the multiplayer, I didn't play this game multiplayer at all, but I did play the first American Idol multiplayer. I did play the other Karaoke Revolutions multiplayer, and I'm sure it's the exact same thing because I used to go to my friend's house and play Karaoke Revolution presents American Idol, the first one with him and his brothers, and his sister, and his mom, and all that. And I'm sure it's the exact same thing. You just sing songs to make it through. And I played the previous games with other people as well. And that's basically all I can say about that. So basically, in the end, I think it's a decent song list. It's not as good as, in some ways, it's not as good as previous karaoke games, like Revolution games, especially the last American Idol. But in some ways, it's better. I like songs on it, but there's also songs I don't like on it. And there's a lot of songs I know though. Basically, I think the creating a player, you're creating your singer, your contestant, pretty much is better than the first one. But this is still a like improvement of what was in like the original karaoke games. Because in the original Karaoke Revolution games, when I played 2, all you did was pick generic characters. This one you actually can still customize. I think the one I had in the Xbox, when I used to have my original Xbox, that karaoke has party something or other. That one had the ability to create your own characters, but this one pretty much more likely was pretty much only pretty much was really only. I just didn't like that you couldn't really create your own character. You just were able to change up and edit the custom contestants they already had, and that I like the ability to have control over. It's not that big of a deal. I'm not going to take points off Mage really for that. It's not that bad of a thing because really all you do is find a contestant you want a certain face for, and that's it. You can still change the hair and the facial hair, glasses, like the outfits and everything. So you can still do that. But I'm just saying the ability to actually choose the face and everything, the eye colors and whatnot. It was in the first one on the PS2. Really. And I think it has a decent length to the game. It'll take you a while. I still haven't even beat everything on the first game on the PS2, the Karaoke Revolution Presents American Idol, the first one. There's still a lot. You have to get all these trophies and all these awards and everything. It takes a really long time, actually. Basically, you just have to complete certain challenges and basically, you just basically have to get platinum on certain songs or beat certain competitions, and that's pretty much it. And there's certain unlockables. You can unlock movies, you can unlock extra songs, which I think there's only 3 songs extra. At least that's what it tells you when you go to the extra mode and look at how you unlock certain songs. You have to get you unlock songs per platinum. You have to earn 5 platinums, you get a song, 10 platinums, you get a song, 15 platinums, you get a song. I only unlocked forgot the first song was, but there's Over the Rainbow, which is the 15 platinum song, and What Is Love is the 10 song. So I don't know if there's any more past that, but basically what I was thinking is by beating competitions, get movies, I did beat the mini competition and got the interview with Paula. Basically that's what you do. You get movies and you get songs upon completing stuff in the game. So basically this game is actually quite fun, and if you're a fan of doing karaoke, playing with other people, I probably would recommend the game to you. So basically score-wise, I give the gameplay a 9 out of 10. That's Karaoke Revolution. Presentation graphics of the game, I give it an 8 out of 10. The sound of the game, I give it an 8.5 out of 10. I like the song list. It's not the best, but it's good. And I give the multiplayer game an 8 out of 10. So basically, in the end, I score estimate out to about 8.375 or so. So I'll give it an 8.4. So basically, Karaoke Revolution presents American Idol Encore on the Wii gets an 8.4 out of 10. So basically, we're estimating between 8 and 8.5. If you're a fan of the show, I recommend you play it. If you're a fan of Karaoke Revolution, period, I recommend you play it. You can rent it before you try it to see if you like the game. And that's all I can really say. It's a fun game, especially if you play with other people. And that's basically my review of this game. I'm SnipingIsFun. Hope you like the review. And I'll see you guys later in my next movie. Peace.